Hello, let's see if I know how to still do this on YouTube. So, I don't know. I hope that, people will see me live. So, I came on because, as you guys know, I've been blocked for 30 days on my Deplorable Deb page, which came out with Missy, but Missy's out of her 24-hour. Hi, Marita. Hi. Hey, guys. And I have now 12 days left on my Deplorable Deb page. So I hope people see me here. So if not, they have to get that. So today I've been posting a lot of stuff that's coming from Newsmax, because I tell you, the word is getting out. You got to stay positive, guys. I would not come on. I'd find a way to come on. And I said to Missy, I have to read the president's tweets. So if one person is seeing me right now, yep, praise the Lord. Thank you. What is it that they're afraid of? This is how I look at it. Hey, Vicky, this is the way I look at it. To them, Joe Biden won. So why are you blocking? Why is Facebook or Twitter even blocking us? Think about that. They claim they won. Hey, hi, Summer. Hi. You understand what I'm saying? I thought about that today. If the mainstream media is putting that out, that Joe Biden won. Okay, so if you feel that, then what are you worried about? Why am I being blocked from? I got to tell you guys, I was blocked automatic because I showed a video, an important video coming from Michigan. The video was coming from Michigan, that it was done on November 4th at a polling facility, a polling place. And it showed the Democrats keeping Republicans out, keeping, independents out. So this is what I say. I don't get. So I don't know. I got to figure out how this works. So there's 33 people. We'll see. So, yep. You've tweeted Ted Cruz. Okay. I didn't get to see much of the hearing today because it's a bunch of baloney. When I did do a little video, I spoke about Blumenthal. Is that him? Dang Yang or eight? What is his name? The senator that claimed that he was in Vietnam for 15 years. Remember him? He's the one that something's up with him. Something's not right. He wants Steve Bannon banned. He wants Eric Trump banned. He wants Donald Trump Jr. banned. Now, why is that? What are they afraid of? And I tell you, I have some great news for tonight, so I can read it to you. And I probably could even show you, so we'll see. But let me get to the president's tweets, okay? Because this is pretty important. Before they, what Vicky says, it's part of getting rid of the First Amendment. Absolutely, of the Constitution. Yep. And today, President Trump fired cybersecurity chief Chris Krebs after he disputed the election fraud claims. You know who he is. This is the one that came out. He said, President Trump has fired Christopher Krebs, a top cybersecurity official who affirmed the security of the election and rebutted rumors and baseless allegations of widespread voter fraud that Trump promoted. This guy, he fired him. See him? Fired him. That's right. Fired him. See, Chris Krebs ran the division of the Department of Homeland Security that recently issued a report saying this was the most secure election in American history. So I'm just seeing who's coming on. Cinda Mitchell, so glad I was on my phone to see you live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So don't mind me. The writing is real little. I'm going to have to get my steampunk goggles to see the writing here because it's very small. Very small. Maybe I could tilt this a bit. I don't know. This is like totally small. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, this is going to be too hard here. Yeah, because I can't see it. So let me turn it this way a bit. And MT, hi from Minnesota. Hi. I don't know. I don't know. Probably I'm going to get new people too. So either they're going to like me or not. Hey, Colleen. Hi. Hello. Hello. So I feel like I'm on Romper Room again. So, you know, I'd find a way. I think all day long. Yeah, we can see you. And then there's a Kathy. It's just a shame that they're even doing this. So do I make sense, right? If they live in the world that, you know, Joe Biden is the president, then who cares? Who cares what we're talking about, right? Who cares? Deb, we need you, and Missy, keep up the good work. Well, Missy just got home. She's happy that, now I want people to understand, because I think people are getting mixed up. On my Deplorable Deb page, I got blocked from doing live for 30 days. I have 12 days left. I can still post. I can't share to groups on Deb Simmons, Go and Tell, The Grotto, and Deplorable Deb 12 more days. On Missy's page that runs the adorable Deplorable Deb, that is the one that I was doing a lot of live yesterday, and they just came in, and as soon as I posted, what are they afraid of? That's why, thank God for Paula, because I've been putting stuff on Paula, like if the stuff that I'm putting on Paula, I get banned. I totally get banned more. So we'll see. So let me get to the president's tweet. So I told you that he fired Cybersecurity Chief Chris Krebs. There's really good news for the Trump administration today. He's really you know, getting good results again just now. Let me show you this. Hold on. Just a little while ago, look at this. Well, let me give you this good news. So this is from Jenna Ellis, and she's one of the lawyers. It says, breaking this evening, the County Board of Canvassers in Wayne County, Michigan, refused to certify the election results. That's what has to happen. That should trickle down to every state. If the state board follows suit, the Republican state legislature will select the electors. Huge win for President Trump. Excellent news. And I hope other states follow. Other states follow. The president not only has to come out with the tsunami of him winning that election, which he did, but now the states, okay, if there's anything the states need to do after what this man has done for this country, they need to follow the truth. And then, just a little while ago, a second Georgia county has uncovered thousands of votes that were not included in the election results, most of which were for President Trump. Everything is mainly for President Trump. So that was good news. Yep. A lot of stuff that's coming out. Also this, Eric Guma, Director of Strategy and Security for Dominion Voting Systems. They caught him talking on an Antifa conference call. He said, don't worry about the election. Trump's not going to win. I made effing sure of that. This, I believe, this Eric Guma, is he also going to be on Biden's, supposedly his team, which is not going to happen? But this is the guy. See him? Him. Yep. So, I'll tell you what, Newsmax is doing, so many people have switched over. I even took off my morning, you know, the 3 hours, I took off Fox and Friends. I feel sorry for some people, but I can't even deal with it. I don't even turn it on, only if, like, now I record. I record Tucker, Hannity, Laura Ingraham, and Shannon Bream, and Lou Dobbs, and then there's McDaniel. She's pretty good. All of the business I keep on. I keep that on. Because, you know, Vonnie is good. Lou Dobbs, I'll tell you. You know, Charles, they're all good there. And especially Maria. I know. But they can't, you know, I don't know. So let me get to the president's tweets because he's tweeting away. And that's why I said to Missy, get my phone. I got to go on YouTube. I really do. So now, once I'm on YouTube, I'll have to put this on Facebook and just hope that they don't block this. See? Okay. 53 seconds ago. Oh my Lord, he must have heard that I'm on YouTube getting ready. He said, oh my God, Deb found a way to get on to read my tweets. Okay. Yep. Okay, he's retweeting Josh Kaplan. Michigan Republican Chair Laura Cox praises blocking of certifying Wayne County election results. The people of Michigan deserve to know what happened in Wayne County. This action will allow more time for us to get to the bottom of these deeply troubling irregularities. This probably is setting the Democrats on fire because they don't have to get this ready now for December 14th, which I'm hoping all of this will be out, over with. Believe me, I'm telling you guys, you're going to start seeing less talk of Joe Biden, right? Because, you know, personally, I think the Democrats are going to be running. They're going to be running because there are Democrats that know this is coming out and they're going to be pulled down. They are going to be pulled down. Yup, Ashley, I said it. More states. I said it the other day. And today, I was really happy. I should probably show you this video because of the fact, but I'm pretty sure President Trump is going to have this on his page. It has to do with, you remember the other day when I said that I'm hoping that when everything's said and done, the president's going to have 80 million? 80 million, okay? I just figure the math. And that's what Sidney Powell said today. Yep, she said it tonight on the Greg Kelly show. So the president said, well, it's really quite simple. You just can't have more votes than people. And then 6 minutes ago, he retweets the election wizard. The refusal of Wayne County, Detroit, to certify their election results is a huge win for President Trump. The Wayne County Board found the number of ballots cast did not match the number of people who signed in to vote. Yes. Yes. Listen, they got sloppy. This is what happens when there's too many people between over the pond, you know what I mean? Over the water, you know, hearing that Spain and Germany and all of this. This is what happens. People get sloppy. Yep, and I believe where it says the Wayne County Board found the number of ballots cast did not match the number of people who signed in, I'm saying that won't be the only county/state that happens in. I'm telling you now. Telling you, we're going to find out that John James, okay, I'm hoping that they're going to find out that he won. He won. Let's see this. Wow. I don't know what this is about. I don't know what this is about.
While the election officials, the media, and the
I like her.
insist there's no voter fraud, at the same time, they're frantically working to keep us from seeing it. When Judge Janine planned to expose the massive election corruption on her show, Fox News suspended her. Then Fox actually censored the White House press conference, which provided extensive evidence of election fraud.
We want every legal vote to be counted, and we want every illegal vote to be...
I just think we have to be very clear. She's charging, the other side is welcoming fraud and welcoming illegal voting. Unless she has more details to back that up, I can't in good countenance continue showing you this.
Breaking news. People are leaving Fox News in droves. They are in shock that someone had the audacity to question them, to disobey their decree.
Remember, just because CNN says, or even Fox News says that somebody's president doesn't make them president. So I think everybody wants to know that this was done properly and legally.
What is happening?
Like
Trace called it.
And I think we have
They're leaving and they're going to Newsmax.
I know this may come
Yeah,
as a
I thought
surprise.
she had a new video. This is a video I showed already.
And when there's a dispute,
Yeah. So let me go out of that. This isn't on the president's tweet. This is going into, you know, more of that. So let me get back to the president's tweets. Okay, 12 minutes ago, the president retweeted the election wizard. Wait till you hear this. The total number of ballots cast in Wayne County was about 863,000. Without Wayne County, Biden's lead in Michigan would flip to 177,000 Trump lead. So yes, certifying Wayne County is a big deal. The state of Michigan will now be tasked with attempting certification. See? So the president says, flip Michigan back to Trump, Detroit. Not surprisingly, has tremendous problems. Okay, 1 hour ago, the president retweeted Kayleigh McEnany. After presenting 234 pages of sworn affidavits raising allegations of fraud in Wayne County, Michigan voting, the Wayne County Board of Canvassers has declined to certify their portion of the Michigan vote. Joining Sean Hannity with more at 9 p.m. So right now, She's probably on. 21 minutes ago, the president tweeted, wow, Michigan just refused to certify the election results. Having courage is a beautiful thing. The U.S. stands proud. Proud. Okay, the president retweeted Donald J. Trump. He retweeted his own. The rate of rejected mail-in ballots is 30 times lower in Pennsylvania this year than it was in 2016. This is why they kept our poll watchers and observers out of the sacred voting counting rooms. And you can read that at justthenews.com. The president, I guess a day ago, retweeted Jim Jordan. In Oregon, you can be jailed for having too many people over for Thanksgiving. But if you want to riot and loot in Portland, no sweat. And I'm going to tell you something that's very bad that the mainstream media is doing now with scaring people. There are going to be people, how cruel, how mean. There's going to be people that are going to be afraid now to even have Thanksgiving because they think they're going to get a knock at the door from a cop. Why would you do that? Okay? You know what, guys? We're seeing the effects now. Okay? That's why God is behind all of this, and the truth is going to come out, and Trump will prevail. Just what we're seeing now. Joe Biden thinks he's president. He keeps talking about COVID, locking us down. Okay? Now they're scaring people. Do you know how many people are really suffering because of the mainstream media? They're suffering more from COVID than even the virus itself. There are people taking drugs, suicide, people that have not worked. Okay? And now they want to turn around and scare people that we're not going to have Thanksgiving and they're going to want to do away with Christmas. Let me tell you something. The more we allow them to get away with this, the more they're going to keep pushing. Every time people don't push at them, see, I think now, after this election and after all of this, and especially knowing that our president does not want a lockdown, he wants to open the country and let people be adults, the same way we're adults with any virus or any cold that's out there. The thing is that if we allow, every time a governor says something, and then turns around, like, did you hear the interview with the sheriff on one of the Newsmax? He was saying that he is not enforcing anything like that during the holidays. And what he says is that every time I think Newsom, okay, Governor Newsom, decides that he's going to implement, he always has to put in, but I'm doing this for the good for the people. See what I mean? The people need to revolt. The cops should not even listen, okay? Give them a piece of their own medicine. That's how I see it. The president also tweeted 24 hours ago. He's retweeting Adam P. Laxalt. The Clark County Commissioner just threw out an election that represents almost 1/6 of the total votes cast in Clark County because there were too many discrepancies. To be sure that the results in that election can be certain, 153,000 votes in this election. I'll tell you what, the president says big victory moments ago in the state of Nevada. The Democrat County Commissioner race on same ballot as president just threw out because of large-scale voter discrepancy. Clark County officials do not have confidence in their own election security. Major impact. And then 1 hour ago, the president with his hand up like this, see it? He says, second Georgia county finds 1,000 more votes. Majority off for Trump. This is the dailywire.com. What's going to happen, guys? This is going to get out. This is out already. And the media, I'll tell you, they're going to be done. They're going to be done. Listen to this. So 1 hour ago, the president tweeted this. Hold on.
That's like Andy McCabe telling us the FBI wasn't biased when they did the Trump-Russia investigation. I mean, come on. I mean, they said the most secure election in American history. There are 73 million Americans who disagree with that statement. And so why don't we...
That's what he said. Wait, it's shut off for a minute.
We just do this, Lou. Why don't we let the process work? Why don't we let the law work? Why don't we follow the Constitution? We got 27 days until the Electoral College meets. So let's just let this play out. Today in Georgia, you had 2 counties. Now there are 159 counties in Georgia. You had 2 of them today. Just, Shazam, we found votes. We had missing memory cards. There were votes, and both of them were to the benefit of President Trump. So what's the rush? We had 4 years of the phony Russia hoax investigation. What's wrong with 4 weeks of investigating this election with all the irregularities in all these key swing states? Let's just let the process play out. I think that is just common sense, and the vast majority, I think, of Americans get it. The only ones who don't are the mainstream media, big tech, and Democrats in Washington, D.C. The rest of the country gets it. Let the process work. Same people who tell us to trust the vote now are the ones who told us to trust the Steele dossier. We know how phony that was. They're the same people who told us to trust the anonymous whistleblower, the impeachment whistleblower that no one got to interview, that I didn't get a cross-examine, which I'd have loved to have done. And now they're saying, oh, you can trust us, the vote's fine, and we've got this agency saying the most secure in history. No one's buying it. That's why we have a constitution, we have a process, we have a law. That's why we should follow it.
Amen. Yeah, and you know what? They need to go after Stacey Abrams because it's odd. I think, is that Georgia too? Supposedly her and the governor also pushed to get them to change. They think they could just go and change things. Yep, we sure do. Okay, now 2 hours ago, the president tweeted, the only thing secure about our 2020 election was that it was virtually impenetrable by foreign powers. On that, the Trump administration takes great credit. Unfortunately, the radical left Democrats, Dominion, and others were perhaps more successful. And then 2 hours ago, the president tweeted this. I don't know why, but he's saying thank you. Watch this. I hate seeing anything from CNN, but if the president is saying thank you, then I got to play it.
This is an unmitigated success, and we should acknowledge that. The Moderna vaccine was done with funds from Operation Warp Speed, and the Pfizer one has funding when it comes to the distribution and manufacture. And I just think it's important that people working so hard, Moncef Slaoui and the others, get credit for this. And President Trump was the one who okayed it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the pace of medical innovation has been forever changed. I mean, 3 months, January 11th is when they got the sequence of this virus. By March 16th, 2 months later, shots were going into arms as part of these clinical trials. I couldn't believe it when I saw that pace. It typically takes, years to really get these vaccines approved. It'll be done within a year. So that is worth celebrating. And now we have some early data to be very optimistic about.
So all of the scientists, everyone behind this, all the way up to President Trump and Vice President Pence, congratulations on this great accomplishment. We're obviously waiting for more news and for the vaccine to be available. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, thanks so much.
Do you think Jake is getting a bit worried? Huh? Mr. Trapper, are you getting worried? So now you figured, maybe if I be nice to President Trump, and tell the truth. That's all we ever wanted, Jake, okay? Jake, what are you wearing, Jake? It sounds like that commercial. What are you wearing, Jake? Listen, I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you, I'm a bit shocked at this tweet, but you know what? Maybe he thinks, I'll tell you, they must be running. Yep. So 2 hours ago, the president tweeted, he said, the recent statement by Chris Krebs on the security of the 2020 election was highly inaccurate in that there were massive properties and fraud, including dead people voting, poll watchers not allowed into polling locations, glitches in the voting machines which changed votes from Trump to Biden, late voting, and many more. Therefore, effective immediately, I just love this line. He should have just said, you're fired. He said Chris Krebs has been terminated as director of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. Bingo. Okay, 4 hours ago, the president is tweeting foxnews.com because it says Tucker Carlson, yes, dead people voted in this election. And the president said dead people voted. 4 hours ago, the president tweeted thefederalist.com. Small town Trump rally, one of many unreported by corporate media. Yep, that tens of thousands of Trump supporters flocked to the Million MAGA march surrounding the Supreme Court in Washington, D.C. Saturday, while corporate media did their best to belittle the march by falsely claiming only hundreds attended. They similarly gave little to no coverage to the organic Trump rallies that erupted in cities and towns across America yesterday in solidarity with the D.C. march. Yep. And here it is again. 4 hours ago, President says California, 2 charged with voter fraud, allegedly submitted registration applications on behalf of homeless. 2 individuals have been charged with multiple counts of voter fraud after allegedly submitting fraudulent voter registration application on behalf of homeless people, according to the Los Angeles County District Attorney Office. We're hearing about a lot of arrests. I'm telling you. The president tweeted 5 hours ago, and this is Elections Canada. We're hearing from everybody. Election Canada does not use Dominion voting systems. We use paper ballots counted by hand in front of scrutineers and have never used voting machines or electronic tabulators to count votes in our 100-year history. And how come we changed here? See, I'm a believer. If something is not broke, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Should have left it like that. Right? Should have left it like that. We did fine all these years. All these years. Every 2 years there's an election. Look how fast here in Florida the results were done. It's amazing. Just totally amazing. And they would have had 4 sets of eyes, Really sad. They act like, oh God, you can't live without these machines. So the president says this says it all. The president says this says it all. And I'll tell you right now, shame on those presidents, okay, which I believe was Bush, maybe Clinton, Obama, that even allowed these machines, or anybody. See, what I'm hearing in the States, see what happens? You go out and you vote for these people, and meanwhile they have an agenda not for us, the American people, but their own agenda with outside countries. Because you got to look at the states. It's the states, some department that bought these machines. See? We the people. How about calling us? How about instead of them buying it, it should be us? Okay? We should even say we don't want machines. It's almost like the most dumbest shit. They need us to vote. You want me to give you my vote, but I don't get to choose that I'm going to feel comfortable. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I heard that when they did that breakdown, 20,000 votes was switched here. I hope I'm not one of them. Tell you right now. I feel like calling and saying, what does my vote say? Because if it says Biden, I'm gonna take care of that. So 20,000 they're claiming in Florida was switched, but it wasn't enough to change. 6 hours ago, I have I have reversed the ridiculous decision to cancel wreaths across America at Arlington National Cemetery. It will now go on. He says, I have reversed the ridiculous decision to cancel wreaths across America at Arlington National Cemetery. It will now go on. 22 hours ago, the president tweeted, Arizona GOP Chair Kelly Ward, this is what she says, this election is far from over. Kelly Ward, chairman of Republican Party of Arizona, provided an update on the state of the presidential race in Grand Canyon State and assured Arizonians that this election is far from over. Okay, the president tweeted, Trey Trainer, having practiced law for almost 2 decades as a member of the State Bar of Texas, I've never known fellow Texan lawyer Sidney Power to be anything but forthright and honest in every case she's ever taken on. If she says there is rampant voter fraud in election 2020, I believe her. I believe her. I know you guys believe her. Okay, the president tweeted Adam Paul Lexit. The Clark County Commissioner just threw out an election. I already read this one. I guess he's repeating it. All of these. Yeah. The president said European countries are sadly getting clobbered by the China virus. The fake news does not like reporting this. Again, yesterday I reported it. The president said stock market getting very close to 30,000 on new vaccine news. 95% effective. The president also said a day ago, they will pack the courts. We won't let that happen. He's referring to Joe Biden and Kamala if they were to win. They will pack the courts. And why are they in a rush, right? Why are they in a rush? You know why? Because they want to get this over, thinking that everything will go away. And this would be our country going down. If this doesn't come out and the fraud is not shown, we will never have a legitimate election. That's very sad. Okay, and again, I probably read this. Trump campaign rejects media reports of Change Pennsylvania case. Just more fake news. Harassment and exclusion of our poll watchers is a big part of our case. Unconstitutional, he says. Then the president said another vaccine just announced, this time by Moderna. 95% effective. For those great historians, please remember that these great discoveries, which will end the China plague, all took place on my watch. President said, try watching OANN, really great. Again, the president tweeted, the fake recount going on in Georgia means nothing because they are not allowing signatures to be looked at and verified, break the unconstitutional consent decree. And then the president, and I'll end the things here, he said, I won the election. There's a reason he keeps saying that, because he knows he did. And again, with everything with the Dominion machines, they already have the totals. When all of this hits, I'll tell you, I still say that President Trump even took California. Yep. They all got something to hide. All got something to hide. Many of you guys, there was, on Paula, I put let me let you know what it is, so maybe many of you can find it. I posted it to Paula, but I think it's a good breakdown of exactly what went on with the machines, how this guy, it's about 20 minutes long, how he breaks it all out. I think I have it still on Paula. Okay, I posted today that, wow, Sidney Powell tells us how big this voter fraud is. I will let you see this. Hold on.
So let me get this straight. And it's a real important point here. Dominion voting machines were in numerous states, numerous counties. There's some sort of software backdoor, not unlike most phones will have a backdoor, but this will actually calculate and tell the person accessing the backdoor what type of voting percentages and what type of numbers are needed to change the win for a certain party, for a certain candidate.
Exactly. They can watch the voting real time. They run a computer algorithm on it as needed to either flip votes, take votes out, or alter the votes to make a candidate win.
So that's different. Now this is even different. I just really want to be very, very careful here and be very meticulous about this. It's one thing to be able to watch it and decide how much more input you need to change the number, but now you're saying there's an actual way to change the vote tallies within the system?
Backdoor.
That's exactly right.
That's a very, very big claim there. I mean, that would be voter fraud defined right there. What's the next step?
It's massive criminal voter fraud writ large across at least 29 states. It could have been happening. Anytime a voting machine was connected to the internet, and we have evidence that many were, it was obviously happening. It's obvious from the algorithm and the statistics that our experts are tracking out for batches of votes and when the curves changed. And it's going to blow the mind of everyone in this country when we get it all together and can explain it with the affidavits and the experts that have come forward.
All right. So let me get this straight. And it's a real important point here. Dominion voting machines were in numerous states, numerous counties. There's some sort of software backdoor, not unlike most phones will have a backdoor, but this will actually calculate and tell the person accessing the backdoor what type of voting percentages and what type of numbers are needed to change the win for a certain party, for a certain candidate.
Exactly. They can watch the voting real time. They run a computer algorithm on it as needed to either flip votes, take votes out, or alter the votes to make a candidate win.
So that's different. Now this is even different. I just really want to be very, very careful here and be very meticulous about this. It's one thing to be able to watch it and decide how much more input you need to change the number. But now you're saying there's an actual way to change the vote tallies within the system?
That's exactly right.
That's a very, very big claim there. I mean, that would be voter fraud.
That's sad. I'll tell you. Oh boy. Wait, let me tell you more that I have. Hey. All right, bring them in. Okay, so I got a tweet from Lynn Wood, and I'll even show you. Hey, Melania. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi. You crying? Yeah. Okay. All right. So here is this is Lynn Wood saying, here is a suggested cause of action for Georgia Governor Brian Kemp. 1. Order a special session of Georgia legislature. 2. Resign. 3. Admit guilt. 4. Go to prison. 5. X for cell near at Governor Secretary of State. Accountability for wrongdoing is called justice. Hashtag fight back for justice. I'm a little bit shocked, but do I have this correct? Georgia governor, isn't that the governor that Stacey Abrams was running against, Brian Kemp? And now the two of them were in cahoots with getting stuff to be changed. Something don't sound right. Was I told this correctly? Okay, no, come on, stop. Okay, the video that I'm talking about, hold on a minute. Come here. Come here, come on. Hold on, come here, Melania, stop. Yeah, instead of going to the bathroom, they're running around, and I guess they know.
No. Well, I'm gonna take her with me.
Yeah.
And leave you Melania.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Okay. So the video that I wanted everybody to see, it's called Hammer and Scorecard. ABC, CBS, CNN, NBC. Live data feed. JSON Analyst for Dummies. And you can see this on BitChute, bitchute.com. And he actually tells you. So, yep, it's called Hammer and Scorecard. ABC, CBS, CNN, NBC live data feed. JSON and Analysis for Dummies at Mirror. So it's really good. I passed it around. So anybody that's following me on Paula, you can go. Matter of fact, you'll even see what happened here. Well, you'll see it actually looks like this, see? I don't know how to turn this around, but I'm not good at turning this stuff around. Oops, can't do that. I'm not familiar on here. And here's a tweet from Joel Fisher. He says, breaking news, California was added to the list of massive voter fraud investigation. This fight is far from over. Stay tuned. Let me see here if I could show you this one. This was a day ago. Let me just play you the one that I posted today. How about that? Since I did do all that recording. If I have it, which I should. Let me see this. Hold on a minute.
Kimberly Guilfoyle, broadcast journalist, prosecutor.
What that one? It's probably this one. Okay.
Folks, we got some news out of Michigan, and this could be very significant from the Detroit launch.
Yeah.
We'll go to Jenna Ellis first.
I want you to hear this. Okay.
Folks, we got some news out of Michigan, and this could be very significant from the Detroit launch. We'll go to Jenna Ellis first. Breaking this evening, the County Board of Canvassers in Wayne County, Michigan, refused to certify the election results. If the state board follows suit, the Republican state legislator will select the electors. Huge win for Donald Trump. Very, very interesting. They found major problems with, let's see here, absentee voting precincts didn't match the number of ballots cast. The imbalances between August and November are not an exact comparison, but look, there's a lot here, and we've got the perfect person, Sidney Powell, standing by, member of President Trump's legal team. Sidney, welcome, and I know you've been handling a lot of the Georgia situation in Dominion, but your reaction to the situation in Michigan, please.
That's an excellent development, and I would expect the entire Michigan board to reject the counts from the ballots. The election could not have been more rigged than it was, and I think it also affected the race of Senator John James. The same patterns fall there. We're still doing statistical analysis of that race, but the math just doesn't add up for anything, and we know Dominion has a long history of rigging elections. That's what it was created to do to begin with. We've introduced the affidavit of the person who worked with Maduro, a high-ranking military officer who saw it all happen and explained how it worked. And it's out for the public to see on my Twitter feed. It's Sidney Powell #1. So don't tell me there's no evidence of fraud. We've got increasingly mounting evidence of significant fraud across multiple states that casts into question the validity of the elections in every swing state, including Nevada and Arizona, and Michigan, Wisconsin, Georgia, and it went beyond that too.
You know, regarding Dominion, you've raised this, and we saw the letter last night. People like Elizabeth Warren, Amy Klobuchar have raised significant concerns about Dominion. Now they're trying to make it seem like a right-wing, wacko conspiracy concern, even though people like PBS were raising serious issues about Dominion just before the election. I heard you say today, Dominion, the software was actually designed to be hacked, and I'm looking at one of the agreements they had with the County of Santa Clara on, this is a contract between them and Dominion. Item 226 allows staff to adjust tally based on review of scanned ballot images. Look, you're the lawyer, I'm no tech expert, but that sounds very, very funky to me.
And worse than that, it had a back door so it could be manipulated by anyone who could access it through that back door. And that was a deliberate feature. The affidavit of the young military officer we provided yesterday to the public explains how it was created for that very purpose. So Hugo Chavez would never lose another election. And he did not after that software was created. He won every single election, and then they exported it to Argentina and other countries in South America, and then they brought it here. And it's a foreign company, no matter how you look at it, so they've already violated the president's order against foreign interference in our elections. Our votes were actually eventually counted in Barcelona, Spain, or Frankfurt, Germany, on foreign servers. It's absolutely stunning, and what's really stunning is the effort that is being mounted against getting the truth out on this. But you have to realize that every tech company, every media company, every social media company, scads of globalist corporations have been doing business
in countries with these dictators that have been installed through this rigged election system for decades, the corruption is actually worldwide. It is going to upset a countless number of elections across this country and around the world.
All right.
So we need to do that to get rid of the corruption.
It does make a lot of sense now how Joe Biden campaigned, i.e. not campaigning. Their team seemed to know something. If this is true about Dominion, and I suspect it is. By the way, okay, so we have these concerns. You got your whistleblower. Who do you bring this to? What happens next? What body do you have to implore to take action?
Well, we can add a fraud claim to any of the states in which litigation has already been filed as soon as we can get the rest of the material together that I'm still in the process of collecting, because frankly witnesses are coming forth every day that are fed up with the corruption in Dominion and in the states and the counties and the country. So we're intaking information at an amazing level of people who want to stop this and are absolutely fed up with it.
You mentioned
the evidence from the own mouths of the guy who founded the company. I haven't even had a chance to get that out to the public yet. But they admit, the founder of the company admits he can change 1 million votes, no problem at all.
the founder of Dominion admitted a long time ago, recently to you. Tell us more, please.
Publicly. I will tweet out the video later and I'll tag you in it.
Please do. At Greg Kelly USA, if you don't mind. That's pretty wild. Oh, by the way, what can you tell us about, you mentioned the whistleblower. There is a whistleblower. Remember, whistleblowers who are against President Trump are hailed as heroes and deified. What can you tell us about this individual?
The one who gave us the affidavit?
Yes.
He was a high-ranking military officer. He was very close to Hugo Chavez. And he is just absolutely disgusted with what he's seen and was participating in when he was with Mr. Chavez. He saw how it all worked. He was at meetings where it was fully briefed. And he wants this country to not fall prey to the same corruption and tactics that were used in Venezuela.
And I'm sorry, is he an American military officer or a Venezuelan military officer?
He was a Venezuelan military officer. He lives in this country now.
All right. And you mentioned the CIA today. I heard you during a radio appearance. You want the CIA director fired. It seemed a little bit off topic and off message, but what's the tie-in, if you don't mind?
The tie-in is that there's no way these programs could have been run around the world to affect elections without the CIA. They also have had people disclose to us the whole Hammer program that was created for the CIA and Scorecard, which is essentially the same thing. It seems like every country has used something like this to do what it wants to do. Supposedly ours was invented to influence foreign elections, but that too could have been turned on this election. It's all part of the same part and parcel of government interference in elections to make choices against the will of the people. And the will of the people in this country was that Donald Trump win in a landslide. If we can get to the bottom of it, and I am determined to do that, I think we'll find he had at least 80 million votes.
Look, that's what I said.
The only reason the glitches happened in the system was because he had so far many more votes than they had calculated in advance. Their algorithms wouldn't perform the functions they'd originally performed or were set to perform. They couldn't make up the vote count. He had gotten so many hundreds of thousands more than they planned. So that's when they had to stop the counting and come up with a way to backfill the votes or destroy votes for Trump while they fabricated votes for Biden.
Sidney Powell, who is a former federal prosecutor, by the way, spent 10 years working for the federal government. Good luck. And by the way, very quickly, you have evidence. It's coming in fast. There is a reason for not making it public, correct? I mean, you're going to have a hostile media picking it apart, possibly trying to destroy your case before you can even make it. Is that part of your thinking? Very briefly, if you don't mind.
Well, not really. It's a matter of collecting it in the right form and format to be admissible. And we have witnesses that are scared. We have witnesses that are afraid for their lives, afraid for their family. back in Venezuela. There are all kinds of concerns. People have been threatened, and it's very serious. We're talking about billions of dollars of worldwide wealth here that was all corrupt, and every force in the world except 80 million voters, we the people, and my little team seem to be against us.
Well, millions are praying for you and with you, and find her on Twitter. Least we can do. Sidney Powell 1 at Sidney Powell 1, the numeral 1. We appreciate it so much. Good luck, and please stay safe.
Thank you, Greg. You too.
All right, take care now.
So I did that one. There was one here that I wanted to show because, like I always say, the numbers, you have to watch the numbers. And when you see the numbers, it all plays. So let me see if it's this one.
Arizona represents the 4th district.
Nope, not that one. I just played this one.
Folks, we got some news out of Michigan.
I played that one already. Yeah, maybe.
Of Arizona represents.
Right.
All I can say is that the fake news just doesn't get it, do they?
Right, let me show you this one.
All I can say is that the fake news just doesn't get it, do they?
They don't. Although every now and then, like a broken clock, no. There was a really good report from a month ago. That's the problem. They haven't done it since the election. But PBS, who I watch from time to time, the NewsHour, they got this guy, Miles O'Brien, who I've never met, but I know his work. He's a pilot, a scientist, and he did a report about Dominion and some of the other voting systems and how vulnerable they are to outside tampering. He focused on Georgia. It was a terrific report. Mark Levin, a great one. He played the whole thing on his radio show last night. That's when I first found out about it. We've broken it down into 3 parts. Really good stuff, really interesting. And when you see this, you'll realize just how flimsy the whole thing is. Watch.
The poll pads took as long as 30 hours to download the voter database, displayed the wrong races, and would randomly shut down. And the power-hungry ballot marking devices blew circuit breakers in numerous locations. Poll workers, many of whom had no hands-on training because of the pandemic, were often befuddled by the new technology.
Problem number 1. Okay? Went on from there. Again, this is from October, late October, just last month. Continues.
Election security experts working for the plaintiffs in the lawsuit against the state have uncovered several troubling issues. Alex Halderman looked closely at the QR codes where the votes are encoded for the scanner.
By analyzing the structure of the QR codes, I've been able to learn that there's nothing that stops an attacker from just duplicating one. And the duplicate would count the same as the original barcode.
Way too complicated, in my opinion, and again, subject to tampering. Sidney Powell said the system Dominion, designed to be hacked. That's interesting. One more clip from the report.
During testing, election workers found half the names of the 21 candidates for Senate intermittently disappeared from screens during the review phase. Dominion sent out a last-minute software patch.
I'm worried that the Georgia system is the technical equivalent to the 737 MAX. They've just made a last-minute software change that might well have unintended consequences and cause even more severe problems on election day.
737 MAX, remember that? All right, stand by for what Sidney Powell presents in court. Could be pretty wild. All right, do we have time for Walter Cronkite? All right, there's Walter Cronkite, anchored the CBS Evening News for a long time. I heard his name like 17 times today. Interesting, just kind of a coincidence. It came up during the Zuckerberg Dorsey hearings on Capitol Hill.
There is a proliferation of cable TV shows and people being able to get
information through a variety of sources, but there's no Walter Cronkite or the big TV networks that with the trusted anchor person who people have confidence in, they will shoot with them straight.
Excuse you, Senator. No, he's all right. I know what he's talking about. I've heard this before, but I think it's okay. It's not too soon. Walter Cronkite wasn't all that. He wasn't. He was a big-time lefty. You got to go watch on YouTube the inauguration of Ronald Reagan. He has the demeanor. It's like he's covering a funeral. At every chance, he disses Ronald Reagan in big ways and small. Very, very interesting. According to his biographer, he took a lot of freebies, too, and kind of a pompous guy. But hey, you could be pompous. I mean, geez, he had like 50 million people watching him a night, and he was iconic. But I think more diversity in the media ecosystem is a good thing. Folks, we got one more thing to show you. I think you'll like it. We'll be right back.
Okay, guys, so that should be it. I think what I wanted to show you, I don't have on here right now. Nope. So I'm happy that I came on here. I wish there was more of the people that normally watch, but that's okay. I'll post this to my page, to all of my pages, and we'll see what happens. So I had to do this once before, and we'll have, what was that? Maria, she was there 2 hours, and they let her vote with some special ballot. Okay, so, what? My basket, I wish you were my neighbor. Ah, how sweet. How sweet, thank you. So, I'll try to be on tomorrow, depending what happens, and I'll talk to you again. Now I got to figure out how to remember how to turn this one off. I'm wondering if it's over here. So have a good night. Love you guys, and I'll post this. So let me see where this goes. Yeah, so that's going to be it. All right, guys. Love yous. Bye-bye. Nope. Is it taking me off? Maybe. We'll see. I have to copy the link. Now it brought me back. I guess you just, it's copied. I think I go to, are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes. So